Okay, continuing with our video lessons. Okay, we're going to talk about the intersection method. Okay, we discussed this earlier during the class. Okay, so we're going to do some exercises so that we can practice this method. Okay, in this video we're going to do intersection method, and on the next video we're going to do the substitution method. Okay, oh wait, sorry, in this same video, sorry. Okay, in the next video we're going to do subtraction and addition. Okay. Okay, now what you need to remember about the intersection method, okay, is that this method comes from intersection. Okay, that means that we're going to equal one variable for both equations so that we can solve and equal them. Okay, in this case, okay, on the first one we already have x. Okay, so let's use that one because it's easier. Okay, so we're going to have x is equal to 27 minus 6y. Okay, remember that when I solve for x, this one goes to the other side, negative. And I already have this one. Now let's do the same for the other one. Okay, so we have 7x equals to 9 minus 3y. Okay, because I moved the 3y to the other side, positive. Okay, so this one has to be positive. Okay, and then I just solve for x. Okay, so I'm going to have 9 plus 3y divided by 7. Okay, so I have x here. Let me separate here. I have x here and x here. I'm going to equal them. X is going to be equal to x. So that means I'm going to bring 27 minus 6y is going to be equal to 9 plus 3y divided by 7. Okay, this is what we're doing, intersection. I solve for x on one equation, I solve for x on the second equation, and then I bring it and I equal them. Okay, this 7 is dividing, I move it to the other side, multiplying. So I'm going to have 7 times 27 minus 6y is equal to 9 plus 3y. Okay, so that we don't make any mistakes, let's check on our calculators. 27 times 7. Okay, 189. Okay, so we have 189. And then 7 times minus 6, minus 42, y. And then we have 9 plus 3y. Okay, so then we group the numbers that we can group. 3y, 42 is going to come to the other side, positive, 42y. Okay, and then we have 189, and 9 is going to come to the other side, negative. So I have 180 is equal to 45y. Okay, I divide both sides by 45 so that I can have y equals to 180 divided by 45 is going to be 4. Okay, so I already have the value of y. Okay, so I'm going to take this value, I'm going to put it in one of the original equations so that we can find the value of y. Okay, sorry, the value of x. Okay, so I'm going to have x, and since we're doing intersection, I can use this in the top equation or the bottom equation. Okay, let's find the one that's easiest. The one on the top is easiest. Okay, so I have x plus 6 times 4. Okay, because remember that y is equal to 4. Okay, and then I have is equal to 27. Okay, so x plus 24 is equal to 27. Okay, this one moves to the other side, negative, and I have that x is equal to 3. Okay, so I already have my both values. I have y is equal to 4 and x is equal to 3. Okay, and this is the intersection method. Okay, I equal the equations to one variable, x in this side, x on this side. I equal them, and then I solve for one, and then I bring this value into one of the equations, and I find the value of the other equation. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, remember that these, you can find them on page 59. Okay, so let's do, let me check. Let's do letter F. Okay, letter F is 14x minus 11y equals negative 87. Okay, for this one I'm going to need more space, so I'm going to use this space. Okay, all of this page. Okay, and then I have 13y minus 8x equals to 30. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing I did on the bottom. On the top. Okay, I'm going to equal each equation to one variable so that I can equal them. Okay, so let's use y. Okay, well, in this case, yeah, let's choose y. Okay, for the first one is minus 11y. Okay, and let's already move the other one. Okay, so we have minus 87, and the 14 is positive. I'm going to move it to the other side. Negative. Okay, and y is equal to negative 87 minus 14x divided by negative 11. Okay, now let's equal the bottom equation. Okay, and we're going to use y, right? So we already have 13y. Okay, I'm going to move this one to the other side, so it's already 30 plus 8x. Okay, and y is going to be equal to 30 plus 8x divided by 13. Okay, so I already have my y here, and I have my y here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to equal them. Okay, y is equal to y. Okay, so I bring my terms, okay, these two terms, and I equal them. Okay, so I have negative 87 minus 14x divided by minus 11 equals to I was looking at the other one. And this one is equal to what? 30 plus 8x divided by 13. Okay, let me center it here. Okay, remember that this comes from this. Okay, and then we just start working. This one is dividing. I'm going to move it to the other side, multiplying. And this one is dividing, so I'm going to move it to the other side, multiplying. So I'm going to have 13 times minus 87 minus 14x, and on this side minus 11 comes to this side, so I'm going to have minus 11 times 30 plus 8x. Okay, so let's use our calculator so that we're not making any mistakes. And we have 13 times 87 okay, so we have negative 1131. Wait, 13 times 11, yes. 13 times 87, yes. Okay, and then 13 times 14, 182. Okay, and 182 is going to have the x. Okay, and then I have negative 11 times 30, negative 330, and negative 11 times positive 8 minus 88x. Okay, so I group the ones that I can group. Okay, so I have minus 1131. This one is negative. I'm going to move it to the other side. Positive. And I have negative 88x. This one moves to the other side. Plus 182x. Okay, so I have negative 1131 minus 330. Okay, oh sorry, plus, right? Sorry, it's a plus. Okay, so it's negative 1131 plus 330. Okay, we have negative 801. Okay, and negative 88. Okay, plus 182 is going to be 94x. So I divide by 94, I divide by 94, and x is going to be 801 divided by 94, 8.52. 8.52. And remember, it's going to be negative. Okay, negative divided by positive. Okay, so now I already have my value for x, negative 8.52. Okay, so I substitute this number into one of the original equations. Okay, so I can use the bottom or the top, doesn't matter. Okay, let's use the top one. Oh wait, let's use the bottom one because we're going to have negative times negative is going to be positive, so it's going to be easier. Okay, so let's take the bottom one. Okay, 13y minus 8, and then we substitute x, which is negative 8.52, okay, is equal to 30. Okay, so I have 13y. This one is going to be positive. Okay, so 8 times 8.52, 68.16 is equal to 30. I move this to the other side. Okay, 30 minus 68.16. Okay, we have 13y is equal to 30 minus 68.16. We have minus 38.16. Divide 13 both sides. Okay, and y is going to be negative. So we have negative 38.16 divided by 13. And we have negative 2.93. And now we have both answers. Okay, we have the value of x and we have the value of y. Okay, so this is how we use the intersection method. Okay, let's review what we're doing. Okay, we take our two equations and we solve for 1, right? We equal them to 1. Okay, and once we equal them to 1, okay, which is, it could be either x or y, okay, we equal to one variable, and then we equal them both. Okay, what we have on this side, x equals to this, and what we have on the other side, it's equal to this. Okay, then we just start solving, and we're going to find the value of one variable. Okay, and we take this variable and we put it into one of the original equations so that we can find the value of the other equation. And now we have both values. Okay, we did the same thing here. Okay, we equal them both. Okay, and then we did y equals y. Okay, so if you notice, on the top one we did x equals x, and on the bottom one is y equals y, and we are still going to find the same values for both. Okay, perfect. Okay, so under this video you're going to find a link, okay, for some exercises, extra exercises for this topic. Okay, on the next video we're going to do substitution. Okay, so if you have any questions about intersection, let me know.